Did you know the key to turning your life's greatest obstacles into incredible opportunities might have been discovered over 2 millennia ago? Imagine facing down life's roughest patches with a profound sense of inner calm, so unshakable that nothing can disturb your peace. Sounds like a true superpower, doesn't it? Well, it's far from mere fantasy. This ancient superpower is actually an enduring philosophy, just as relevant and practical today as it was within the vibrant markets and grand marble halls of ancient Rome and Greece. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control every single aspect of our lives, we possess absolute control over our reactions. In a world where the only constant seems to be uncertainty, these teachings could very well be the anchor we've all been searching for. What if? I told you that Stoicism is less about abstract thought and more about action. It's about leading a life brimming with purpose, resilience, and genuine happiness, no matter what challenges come your way. It doesn't ask you to suppress your emotions, but rather to understand and skillfully manage them, leading to a more fulfilling existence. So, whether you're grappling with stress, confronting adversity, or simply aiming to discover more daily joy, stick around. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Stoicism, unearthing its timeless wisdom, and uncovering how it can revolutionize not just our thought processes, but our very way of living. If you're ready to embark on this transformative journey, remember to subscribe, share, and hit that like button. Stay with me until the very end, without skipping a moment, because every second of this video offers a step towards unlocking the Stoic wisdom that truly can change your life. Point 1. Focusing on what's in your control. Have you ever found yourself stuck in gridlock, simmering with anger over the delay, or perhaps scrolling through your phone only to get irritated by a negative comment on your post? It happens to the best of us, doesn't it? Our daily lives often feel like they're peppered with these small trials, constantly challenging our mood and mental serenity. But here's a game-changing perspective from the realm of Stoicism that can completely flip that frustration on its head. Stoicism. This remarkable philosophy, with roots in ancient Greece and Rome, equips us with an incredibly potent tool, concentrating on what lies within our control. As the eminent Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously declared, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Take a moment to truly ponder that. Traffic, inclement weather, negative remarks, these are all external to our control. We can't alter them, no matter how much we might wish to. However, what we can change is our response to them. This isn't just ancient wisdom, it's also affirmed by modern psychology. Carl Jung, a titan in the field of psychology, famously stated, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." This perfectly aligns with the Stoic approach, recognizing that our sole, true power resides over our own reactions, thoughts, and actions. Let's break it down a bit. Imagine you're caught in that traffic jam, running late for a crucial meeting. You could spend that time seething with anger, incessantly honking your horn, and stressing yourself out, which, let's be honest, won't make the cars in front move any faster. Or you could simply take a deep breath, accept the situation, and perhaps use the time to listen to a podcast, an audiobook, or simply enjoy some music. The traffic hasn't changed, but your response to it has. And with that shift, your stress levels will diminish and your day will appear a bit brighter. This Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control extends far beyond merely handling traffic or weather. It applies to your personal objectives, your reactions to others, and how you approach life's obstacles. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic giant, reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So, the next time you find yourself getting agitated over something you can't control,
recall these sagacious words from our Stoic companions. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, then let it go. Redirect your focus to your reaction, your mindset, and your actions.
This seemingly simple adjustment can have a profound impact on your stress levels and overall happiness. It won't always be easy, but it's a practice worth cultivating every day. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. And as we learn to increasingly concentrate on what we can control, we'll discover ourselves not just surviving life's difficulties, but thriving despite them. Asterisk 2. Embracing obstacles as opportunities. Stoicism instructs us in the art of embracing challenges as genuine opportunities. It sounds contradictory, right? Most of us are conditioned to view obstacles as precisely that, barriers hindering our success and happiness. Yet Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, completely invert this narrative. They tell us that when life throws a curveball, instead of asking why me, we should ask, what can I learn? This is a true game changer. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, famously penned in his personal writings, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." What he means is that every obstacle, no matter how daunting, not only tests our resilience, but also imparts valuable lessons. It's about unearthing the silver lining in difficult situations and utilizing it to fuel our personal growth. This perspective isn't confined to ancient philosophy. Modern thinkers also support it. The renowned psychologist Carl Jung observed, "What you resist persists." By battling against obstacles, we inadvertently empower them. However, by accepting and learning from them, we can transcend them. This Stoic mindset centers on transforming challenges into stepping stones, leading us toward becoming stronger and wiser individuals. Let's make this practical. Suppose you're facing repeated rejections from job applications. It's easy to spiral into self-pity and doubt. But what if you perceived each rejection as feedback? Perhaps there's a skill you need to hone, or a new strategy to employ for your job search. That shift in perspective can convert a series of rejections into a pathway for significant professional development. Another illustration involves personal conflicts. They are undoubtedly uncomfortable and stressful, but they also present an opportunity to refine our patience, empathy, and communication skills. Every disagreement offers a chance to understand differing viewpoints and to enhance our ability to resolve conflicts effectively. The core of embracing obstacles as opportunities lies in asking ourselves, what can this situation teach me? Instead of passively succumbing to circumstances, we evolve into proactive learners and problem solvers. This doesn't imply that facing obstacles suddenly becomes effortless, but it does mean we approach them with a mindset geared towards growth and profound learning, Epictetus once stated. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This encapsulates the very heart of Stoicism. It's about looking beyond the immediate pain or frustration and obstacle presence and discovering the lessons and opportunities embedded within it. So, when you encounter a challenge, big or small, try to pause and reframe it. Ask yourself what you can learn from the situation and how it can make you stronger and wiser. Remember, obstacles aren't just hurdles to overcome, they're truly opportunities to grow. By adopting this Stoic mindset, we can navigate life's inevitable ups and downs with greater grace, resilience, and profound wisdom. Asterisk 3. Living in the present moment. We hear it all the time, right? Live in the now. But what does that truly mean, and why is it so crucial? Living in the present moment means fully embracing and experiencing exactly where you are, right this very second. It's about not allowing your mind to wander to tomorrow's worries or yesterday's regrets. It's about realizing that life, with all its beauty, its challenges, and its surprises, is happening right now. This concept is far from new. It's been a foundational element of Stoic philosophy, echoed by brilliant minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, and consistently reinforced by modern psychologists and thinkers alike. Let's begin with the Stoics. Marcus Aurelius once advised, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." He understood that the profound power of present living lies in its ability to ground us, to clear our minds of distractions, and to enable us to truly appreciate the richness of life as it unfolds. But why is it so difficult to remain present? Our minds are often cluttered with thoughts, anxieties about what's next, or replaying past events. This ceaseless mental chatter pulls us away from the inherent beauty and potential of the here and now. As the famous psychologist Carl Jung eloquently put it, the least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. Living in the present moment imbues meaning into our small, everyday experiences, enriching our lives immeasurably. Aristotle also spoke about the importance of being mindful of the present to achieve eudaimonia, a state of being happy, healthy, and prosperous. He believed that by focusing on the here and now, we could lead a virtuous life, maximizing our human experience. So how can we cultivate the practice of living in the present? It begins with mindfulness, the art of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When you eat, savor each bite. When you walk, notice the sensation of the ground beneath your feet. Listen actively when someone is speaking to you, rather than mentally preparing your next response. These simple acts of mindfulness gently guide us back to the present, making our lives richer and more meaningful. Seneca offered this profound wisdom. True happiness is to enjoy the present. Without anxious dependence upon the future, he grasped, that anxiety about what's to come or what has already transpired only serves to diminish our happiness in the present. Living in the present isn't about ignoring the future or forgetting the past. It's about discovering a balance where we learn from our past and plan for our future. Without allowing those activities to consume our present, it's within this balance that we find genuine peace and contentment. Remember, every single moment is an opportunity to reset and refocus on the now. It's in the present that we truly live, truly love, and truly create memories. So let's make a conscious effort to be more present in our lives. Let's cherish the now, for this moment right here is where life truly happens. 4. Building self-discipline. No. The term self-discipline might conjure images of rigid schedules and a life utterly devoid of enjoyment. But let's collectively reframe that picture. Self-discipline isn't about restricting your life. It's about empowering yourself to make choices that perfectly align with your deepest values and long-term aspirations. It's about consciously choosing what's truly right for you, not merely what's easiest in the moment. At its very core, cultivating self-discipline is about mastery over ourselves. It's about learning to say yes to things that genuinely serve us and no to things that don't. Even when the latter is challenging, think about it. Whether it's adhering to a consistent workout routine, saving money instead of succumbing to an impulse buy, or switching off Netflix to focus on an important project. These choices might not offer instant gratification. However, they meticulously pave the way for long-term satisfaction and success. Stoic philosophy offers profound insights into self-discipline. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This potent statement perfectly encapsulates the essence of self-discipline. It's about controlling our impulses, emotions, and actions. Despite the myriad external temptations and distractions that life inevitably throws our way, Seneca also provides wisdom on this subject, advising us to be steadfast and to control our desires rather than being controlled by them. He understood that genuine freedom emanates from within, from our inherent ability to govern ourselves and our appetites. But why is self-discipline so critically important? Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, sheds light on this. He believed that we achieve excellence and virtue through habit. By consistently practicing self-discipline, we cultivate habits that propel us toward becoming our best selves. It's not about isolated acts of willpower, but about consistently making choices that genuinely reflect our values and goals. Building self-discipline also intertwines with modern psychological understanding. Carl Jung, a pioneer in psychology, emphasized the crucial importance of integrating all aspects of our personality to live a truly full life. This integration demands self-discipline, as we must skillfully navigate the desires of various parts of our psyche, always choosing paths that contribute to our overall well-being and growth. So how can we start building self-discipline into our daily lives? Begin small. Select just one area you wish to improve. whether it's your diet, your exercise routine, or your spending habits. Establish clear, achievable goals and tackle it one day at a time. Remember, every single time you make a choice that aligns with your goals, you're effectively building the muscle of self-discipline. Epictetus sagely reminds us, no great thing is created suddenly. Self-discipline is meticulously built through small, consistent actions. It's about progress, not perfection. Every day presents new opportunities to practice self-discipline. Let's choose actions that bring us closer to the person we aspire to be. Building self-discipline is a journey. It's about finding that delicate balance between what we desire now and what we desire most. It's about making choices that might be difficult in the immediate moment, but will ultimately lead us closer to our goals, happiness, and inner peace in the long run. So, let's embark on this journey together, supporting one another and consistently choosing what's right, not simply what's easy. Remember, in the realm of self-discipline lies the path to achieving our dreams and living a life we truly love. Asterisk 5. Developing emotional resilience when life inevitably throws its curveballs. We all experience a whirlwind of emotions. Feeling angry, sad, or frustrated is an entirely natural part of the human experience. But here's the crucial point. It's not merely about the emotions we feel. It's about how we manage them. That's where the transformative power of emotional resilience truly comes into play. Emotional resilience is like a superpower that enables us to navigate through life's storms with grace and emerge stronger on the other side. It's about acknowledging our emotions, understanding them, and then proactively taking positive steps forward, rather than being utterly swept away by the tide of our feelings. The Stoics had much to say about this. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This profound insight directly addresses the essence of emotional resilience. It's about recognizing that while we might not have control over external occurrences, we possess absolute control over how we respond. Our emotions don't have to dictate our actions. Seneca offers wisdom on confronting adversity without losing our composure. He teaches that life's hardships serve as tests of our character and resilience. By facing our feelings with understanding and patience, we can grow wiser and more robust. But how exactly do we cultivate this emotional resilience? It begins with self-awareness. Being mindful of our emotions and reactions helps us to better understand ourselves. It's perfectly okay to feel what we're feeling, but instead of reacting impulsively, we can choose to respond in a way that aligns with our core values and long-term well-being. Aristotle discussed the golden mean, finding the balance between excess and deficiency. This concept applies beautifully to emotional resilience. It's about discovering a balanced response to our emotions, neither suppressing them nor allowing them to overwhelm us. Carl Jung, a pioneer in psychology, emphasized the importance of integrating all facets of our psyche to achieve wholeness. A significant part of this process involves confronting our emotions, comprehending them, and learning from them, which is precisely at the heart of developing emotional resilience. So, what can you do when you find yourself in the grip of strong emotions? First, give yourself permission to feel. Acknowledge your emotions without judgment. Then, take a step back and try to understand what triggered these feelings. This self-reflection can provide invaluable insights into your emotional patterns and triggers, Epictetus famously said. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This serves as a powerful reminder that our reactions to our emotions can profoundly shape our experiences, instead of being reactive. We can choose to respond in a constructive and healing manner. Developing emotional resilience is an ongoing journey. It involves consistently practicing mindfulness, self-reflection, and patience. It's about building a robust toolkit of coping strategies, such as journaling, confiding in a trusted friend, or practicing relaxation techniques. It's about treating yourself with kindness and compassion as you navigate through your emotions. Emotional resilience isn't about never experiencing negative emotions. It's about learning to gracefully ride the waves of those emotions and emerging on the other side stronger and more self-aware. By cultivating emotional resilience, we empower ourselves to face life's challenges with unwavering courage and poise. Let's embrace this journey together, supporting each other and becoming more emotionally resilient, and ultimately, leading more fulfilling lives. 6. Memento mori. Remember, you will die. The Stoics, including great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, utilized this concept not to instill fear, but to inspire a deeper, more profound appreciation for every single moment. They firmly believed that by keeping the inevitability of death in mind, we would live more fully, more consciously, and with immense gratitude for the present. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, frequently reflected on the transience of life, urging us to live in a way that is true to our values and to make the absolute most of the time we are given. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think, he wrote. This isn't about being morbid. It's a powerful call to action, a potent reminder to focus on what genuinely matters, to release petty concerns, and to live with unwavering purpose and integrity. Seneca, too, spoke about the brevity of life, imploring us not to squander time on trivialities, but to concentrate on forging a meaningful existence. He believed that being mindful of death encourages us to live more wisely and to cherish our relationships and experiences more deeply. Epictetus emphasized the critical importance of focusing on the present and utilizing our time optimally. By remembering that we won't live forever, we are far more likely to live ethically and to truly appreciate the beauty and richness of life. But how can we integrate memento mori into our own lives without it feeling like a dark cloud perpetually hanging over our heads? It begins with a fundamental shift in perspective. Instead of viewing the awareness of death as something terrifying, we can perceive it as a powerful motivator to live our lives to the fullest. It's about embracing the present. Rather than postponing our dreams or happiness for some ill-defined future that is never guaranteed, consider the things you've been putting off, perhaps pursuing a long-held passion, reconnecting with loved ones, or simply taking the time to appreciate the small joys of everyday life. Memento mori serves as a stark reminder not to take our time for granted. It encourages us to live more authentically, to speak our truth, to love openly, and to be truly present in our lives. This concept also teaches us to appreciate the impermanence of life, which in turn deepens our gratitude for the moments we do have. When we remember that our time is finite, we are more likely to cherish our experiences, live more mindfully, and express our gratitude for the people and moments that truly enrich our lives. So, let's utilize memento mori not as a source of fear, but as a catalyst for growth, gratitude, and a deeper appreciation of life. Let it remind us to make choices that align with our deepest values, to cherish our relationships, and to savor the undeniable beauty of the present moment. Remembering that we will die one day encourages us to live more fully today. By embracing memento mori, we discover a powerful reminder to live not in fear of death, but in a profound celebration of life. Let's make every moment count, not because we're afraid of its end, but because we are utterly in love with life itself. Let's live in such a way that when our time does come, we can look back with no regrets, knowing we lived fully, loved deeply, and genuinely appreciated the incredible journey that life truly is. 7. Practicing gratitude. It's truly fascinating how such a seemingly simple concept can wield such a profound impact on our lives. It's all about shifting our focus to what we possess, rather than dwelling on what we might be missing. This practice can be an absolute game changer, especially on those days that feel like an uphill battle. The Stoics, with their inherent wisdom, had much to impart about gratitude. They believed that genuine happiness doesn't stem from acquiring more, but from deeply appreciating what we already have. Marcus Aurelius frequently wrote about the importance of concentrating on the present and discovering joy in life's simple pleasures. He famously said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This is gratitude in its purest form, recognizing the inherent value of life itself and the myriad gifts it bestows upon us each day. Seneca discussed how our desires can lead us astray. It's always chasing after more and perpetually failing to find true satisfaction. He proposed that by focusing on what we already have and understanding that life's greatest treasures are already within our grasp, we can attain genuine contentment. Epictetus, known for his practical approach to Stoic philosophy, encouraged his followers to appreciate their current circumstances, whatever they might be. He believed that by accepting and finding value in our present situation, we could lead a more fulfilled life. But how do we effectively practice gratitude, particularly when life throws unexpected challenges our way? It starts by making it a daily habit. Each morning or evening, dedicate a few moments to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a meaningful conversation with a friend, or the beauty of a sunset. This consistent practice helps to rewire our brains to focus on the positive, significantly boosting our mood and overall outlook on life. Gratitude also means embracing our challenges and unearthing the lessons within them. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you can ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective allows us to appreciate all our experiences, both positive and negative, as valuable steps on our unique journey. Moreover, practicing gratitude helps us forge stronger connections with others. By expressing genuine appreciation for the people in our lives, we not only brighten their day, but also fortify our relationships. Simple thank you can go an incredibly long way in demonstrating to someone that they are valued and cherished. Aristotle spoke about the importance of recognizing the good in our lives and striving for a virtuous existence. He believed that gratitude was a vital component of achieving eudaimonia, or true happiness, as it enables us to appreciate the goodness both around us and within ourselves. Even modern psychology unequivocally supports the benefits of gratitude. Studies have consistently shown that individuals who regularly practice gratitude experience less anxiety, sleep better, and possess a more positive outlook on life. It's as Carl Jung aptly stated, the word happiness would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. By acknowledging and being grateful for the entire spectrum of our experiences, we uncover a deeper, more authentic form of happiness. So, let's commit to making gratitude a cornerstone of our daily lives. Let's celebrate the small victories, cherish moments of connection, and discover joy in life's simple pleasures. By focusing on what we have, not what we're lacking, we can cultivate a profound sense of abundance and inner happiness that truly shines from within. Remember, it's not happiness that brings us gratitude. It's gratitude that brings us happiness. Let's metaphorically fill our glasses half full, raise them high, and toast to the sheer beauty of gratitude in our lives. Cheers. 2. Always finding the silver lining, even on the cloudiest of days. 8. Focusing on personal excellence. The Stoics, including brilliant minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, possessed a profound comprehension of personal excellence. They believed that excellence, or virtue, is the ultimate good, and that everything we undertake should strive towards leading a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, stands as a prime example of someone who relentlessly pursued personal excellence. He once declared, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This simple yet incredibly powerful statement encapsulates the very essence of personal excellence. It's about embodying the values we admire and consistently striving to live by them every single day. Seneca emphasized the vital importance of self-improvement and continuous learning. He advocated for a life lived in accordance with nature and reason, suggesting that true excellence originates from within and is beautifully reflected in our actions and choices. Epictetus highlighted the crucial role of personal responsibility. In achieving excellence, he taught that our reactions, our emotions, and our will are firmly within our control, and mastering them is the key to leading a virtuous life. But what does this focus on personal excellence look like in our day-to-day lives? It begins with establishing our own personal standards, grounded in our values and aspirations, rather than merely societal expectations or the achievements of others. It's about truly knowing ourselves, understanding both our strengths and weaknesses, and taking consistent, deliberate steps toward improvement. Personal excellence is also inextricably linked to resilience. It's about how we respond to setbacks and failures, not just our successes. As Aristotle famously stated, excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. This means embracing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than perceiving them as insurmountable obstacles. Furthermore, focusing on personal excellence involves cultivating a growth mindset, a concept championed by modern psychology. This is the firm belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed and enhanced through dedication and hard work. This mindset encourages us to embrace challenges, persist steadfastly in the face of setbacks, and view effort as a clear path to mastery. Personal excellence also implies living authentically. It's about remaining true to ourselves and our core values, even when it's not the easiest path. It's about making choices that genuinely reflect who we are and who we aspire to be, and taking immense pride in our journey, encompassing both the struggles and the triumphs. Practicing gratitude, as we discussed earlier, also seamlessly ties into personal excellence. By appreciating what we have and acknowledging where we are on our journey, we foster a positive outlook that strongly supports our growth and overall well-being. So let's commit to focusing on personal excellence. Let's establish our own unique standards, embrace our individual paths, and take pride in our progress. Remember, it's not about being flawless. It's about being proud of who we are and how we choose to live. It's about celebrating our efforts, diligently learning from our experiences, and consistently striving to be the very best versions of ourselves. Together, let's make personal excellence not just a fleeting goal, but a fundamental way of life. 9. Not caring what others think. In a world increasingly saturated with social media, where likes, follows, and comments often dictate our sense of self-worth, it's incredibly easy to fall into the trap of valuing ourselves through the subjective lens of others' opinions. But here's a truly liberating truth. Your worth isn't contingent upon external validation. It's fundamentally about being true to yourself, embracing your inherent authenticity, and living in perfect alignment with your deepest values. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers to whom we continually return for timeless wisdom, had much to say on this very topic. They taught that our inner peace and profound freedom originate from focusing on what lies firmly within our control, our actions, our thoughts, our integrity, not the fluctuating and often capricious opinions of others. Marcus Aurelius sagely stated, "I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinions of others." This striking observation vividly highlights the paradox many of us grapple with: prioritizing others' judgments over our own honest self-assessment. Seneca echoed this sentiment by emphasizing the paramount importance of living a life true to oneself, not one shaped by the expectations or approval of others. He believed that genuine contentment springs from within, from leading a life that is completely congruent with our personal principles and values. Epictetus taught that worrying about others' opinions falls outside our sphere of control and is therefore unworthy of our precious energy. He encouraged us to focus instead on our own actions and on living virtuously, as that is where our true power truly resides. So, how can we begin to care less about what others think and more about being authentically ourselves? First, it's crucial to understand that you are the author of your own life story. You possess the inherent power to define your worth, not society, not your social media followers, nor the people surrounding you. It's about firmly grounding your self-esteem in who you are, the values you uphold, the kindness you spread, and the consistent effort you invest in becoming your best self. Second, make a practice of self-reflection. Ask yourself, whose life am I truly living? Am I making choices based on my own desires, or am I trying to conform to someone else's mold? Reflecting on these questions can powerfully help realign your actions with your authentic self. Third, embrace vulnerability. Being true to yourself means being open about your flaws and all, understanding that perfection is an elusive illusion. It's perfectly okay to be a work in progress, to make mistakes, and to learn from them. This very authenticity naturally attracts the right people into your life, those who genuinely appreciate the real you. Moreover, remember the words of Aristotle, who spoke about the golden mean, finding balance in life. Applying this to our concern for others' opinions, it's about striking a healthy balance between considering constructive feedback and steadfastly maintaining our autonomy and self-worth. Incorporating Stoic mindset into our lives means understanding that our worth is determined by our virtues, our actions, our unwavering commitment to leading a meaningful life, not by external accolades or approval. It's about meticulously building a strong inner fortress that remains unshaken by the fleeting opinions of others. Let's commit to valuing ourselves for who we genuinely are, not for the likes, follows, or approval we receive. Let's be courageous. In our authenticity, living lives that resonate deeply with our innermost truths. Remember, your worth is inherent and utterly unique, and by being true to yourself, you illuminate your light in the most genuine way imaginable. Let's not merely navigate life, but truly thrive in it, armed with the unwavering confidence that comes from within.